But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
This message is brought to you by the KUAM Care Force.
PBS is facing an unprecedented threat. Learn more at protectmypublicmedia.org.
This message is brought to you by the KUAM Care Force.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam.
KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at Matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
From Guam to LA, Americans are taking to the streets exercising their First Amendment rights, protesting immigration enforcement, military spending, and more. I'm Nevaeh Anderson with the story next.
Summer is here and class is in session. More on the improvements happening both inside and outside of the classroom at one local public school coming up.
The Triton Summer Academy gathers incoming freshmen attending the University of Guam to experience a bit of what the college life is like. I'm Ari Kirgo with more on the story coming up tonight on Primetime.
Hafa and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Destiny Cruz-Langus. Thank you so much for starting your week off with us. Well, the Guam Police Department has launched an investigation into the death of a male inmate at the Department of Corrections. According to preliminary details released by GPD spokesperson Norman Analista, officers from GPD's Central Precinct responded to the Manila Correctional Facility at around 12:05 a.m. on June 15. The case has since been handed over to GPD's Criminal Investigation Division. The inmate's identity has not been released pending notification of next of kin. At this time, no further details are available. Well, across the country, Americans are exercising one of our fundamental rights, the First Amendment. From LA to right here on Guam, protests have taken place in opposition to ICE raids, military displays, and government overreach. Nevaeh Anderson has more.
The First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution protects more than just our freedom of speech. It guarantees the freedom of religion, press, to call on our government when its actions are harmful or unjust, and to peacefully assemble. Across the U.S., people are doing just that. In Los Angeles, protests have carried on for nearly 2 weeks, opposing tactics used by the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, or ICE, to arrest and deport undocumented immigrants. Protesters say the raids at workplaces, schools, and even outside people's homes are traumatizing. At the same time, protests have erupted nationwide over President Donald Trump's military parade taking place this past weekend, coincidentally on the president's birthday. While posed as a tribute to our service members, critics question the millions spent on it at a time when serious cuts are being made to programs like SNAP, Medicaid, and public education. In Denver, Colorado, artist, educator, and former Dededo resident Meta Sarmiento joined his local protest.
And it was an amalgamation of just a bunch of different organizations coming together for what was termed No Kings Day, and also a walk against what's happening in Palestine and the deportations that are happening here all throughout the country.
And the phrase "no kings" reflects growing concern over how power is concentrated in government and influenced by outside interests.
We know that elected officials are often influenced by corporate interests, right? That's what we mean by no kings, that there is something going on in the government and it feels a lot like an oligarchy, right? It feels a lot like royalty. It feels a lot like the working class people are not getting the help and resources that they need, and the rich continue to get richer.
Sarmiento says the people of Guam aren't as removed from these issues as they may feel.
I would ask folks, how is our money being spent? Where are our resources going? And more importantly, who gets to decide about these things? And that is the real connection between what's going on in the U.S. stateside and what's happening on island. The fact that we can't vote for president and we have a non-voting delegate in the Congress, shouldn't we be more vocal, right? Like, do we not see that as something that is so wildly unfair? And if so, Why are we just gonna like sit around and accept it? Right? We should be extremely vocal about it. And that too is another intersection.
And his message to those afraid to speak out?
And I think sometimes people are too afraid to speak up, especially on the island, because they're too afraid of what their neighbors are going to think or what their family's going to think. But in reality, like, there are families right now who are going through so much. And, you know, us speaking out and us bringing awareness and educating folks could help them.
Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
And despite criticism and massive opposition to President Donald Trump's 79th birthday celebration, a military parade held on Sunday in Washington, D.C. was held to recognize and mark 250 years since the founding of the U.S. Army. Guam Congressman James Moylan, an Army veteran.
For 250 years, the U.S. Army has been the backbone of our national defense, fighting for freedom, upholding democracy, and answering the call of duty wherever and whenever needed.
Moylan adding that today and every day, may we all commemorate the ultimate sacrifices by our soldiers. The 250th birthday of the U.S. Army Grand Military Parade and Celebration, as it was officially called, featured thousands of soldiers, an array of tanks and other military vehicles, and dozens of aircraft. A large crowd of spectators lined the parade route along the National Mall to watch. And protesters in Guam joined millions across the nation for the No Kings demonstration on Saturday. Dozens gathered at the Micronesia Mall intersection in Dededo with signs that read, "No one is illegal on stolen land," military off the streets, and standing in solidarity with Los Angeles. The protest opposes President Donald Trump's multi-million-dollar military parade, immigration crackdown, and armed forces in the streets of LA. The military parade commemorates the U.S. Army's 250th anniversary and coincided with Trump's 79th birthday. Local organizers Pratehi Guahan joined the nationwide protest to fight back against attacks on human and civil rights. They said, quote, "This display was intended to intimidate and solidify his image and as a strongman on taxpayers' money. No one's rule is absolute." And in other news, a student riding a Guam Department of Education special education bus sustained injuries that, quote, "seemed to be slight ones following a minor accident Monday morning." That's according to GDOE Public Information Officer Damon Michael Borja. Now, the incident occurred at around 7:30 a.m. near the Chalan Mataguac area in Jigo with 3 students on board. Borja says the bus driver immediately notified first responders who carried out an initial injury assessment. Students were then transported to DL Perez Elementary School, where the school nurse conducted a follow-up medical evaluation, and parents and guardians were notified. In response to protocol inquiries, Borja added, quote, "Whether or not the bus driver was at fault, they are sent directly to get drug tested per protocol." However, Borja says GDOE can confirm the bus driver was not at fault. At George Washington High, one of 12 campuses slated for major upgrades, summer school is in full swing, proving that learning doesn't stop even when renovations do.
Summer may be here, but at George Washington High School, class is still in session. For incoming seniors at the Manilao campus, Caleb Sarmiento and Quinton Duenas, along with 93 of their peers, summer school is an outlet to refresh, soak up more learning time, and ultimately invest in their futures.
Coming here, it keeps us away from trouble outside of campus. Coming here, using our time wisely, giving it to the school, giving it to our learning, is honestly benefiting us mainly.
And also refreshes up our minds for whatever stuff we got to be learning when we come back. So that's honestly the good part about it.
Their dedication to learning is evident. In Chamorro and finance classes alone, they say the takeaways have been eye-opening.
What I've learned so far, our ancestors could have came from as far as Taiwan. Evidence shown from Austronesian language and pottery.
Actually, being in those classes for the past 3 days has worked for me for time management, taught me things that I wouldn't understand as well, so I was older.
And while these students are making the most of summer to learn and grow, the question remains, is the campus keeping up with them? At the home of the Geckos, repairs are visible. Old exterior doors have been replaced and roof work appears complete. But with millions in American Rescue Plan funds still stalled, just how much more is needed to modernize their learning environment fully is still unclear. Acting Principal Noshista Mandel says student safety remains the priority.
Student safety, and they're at the forefront of that. So just ensuring that we have an environment that's conducive to learning and that our school environment, of course, is safe enough for the students to continue in. And I would say that we're happy with.
Meantime, GDOE's fiscal year 2025 consolidated grant application was recently deemed substantially approvable by the U.S. Department of Education. But the projected over $35 million to support educational initiatives across Guam's public schools and eligible charter and non-public institutions still can't be used for school construction or facility improvements.
Time for a quick break, but coming up on Primetime, many came out for the Together with Pride mini carnival held Saturday at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. KUAM intern Shauna Morato was there and has the story. You're watching KUAM.
Superspeed your life with Docomo Pacific Fiber Internet. Get symmetrical upload and download speeds up to 5 gigs. Get started with Fiber 500 at $145 a month, Fiber 1 gig at $215 a month, or Fiber 5 gig at $299 a month. Plus, get 2 SuperPod 6Es with any plan, and a free EcoFlow River 3 and bonus welcome kit with 1 gig and 5 gig plans. Experience tomorrow's islands today with Docomo Pacific Fiber Internet.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Summer's here, Guam. Get ready for sun-soaked days with Kmart. From beach gear to backyard barbecue essentials, Kmart has it all at prices that keep your wallet cool. Stock up on snacks and fun kids activities to keep them entertained. Kmart is Guam's one-stop shop for summer fun. Plus, military and frontline workers save more with our exclusive discounts every day. Shop now for your summer essentials at Kmart, the 24-hour superstore. Summer vibes, Kmart style.
Graduates finish one chapter of their lives, and the Triton Summer Academy ensures students know they are able to begin their new one at UOG. With various workshops, presentations, and tutoring offered, incoming Tritons know they aren't alone on this journey. KUAM intern Irie Kirigua has more.
High school graduates walk off the stage and into a new chapter of their lives. The Triton Summer Academy at the University of Guam prepares students and supports them during the time of transition from high school to college. Austin Augustine, incoming freshman psychology major, shares his experience.
So far, I was able to connect with a lot of new people here, as well as connect with the staff and the faculty that was helping us throughout our TSA journey here. And it's been very nice and helpful as well to get to connect with everyone.
The one-week program also allows participants to tour the campus and witness current UOG students in their daily college lives.
We got to see each building and understand and get a feel of where certain classes might be at, and get to walk around and also witness other students and how they go about their day, their routines and stuff like that, where the hangout spots and places to get food and stuff like that.
With these realistic college life experiences also come words of wisdom. Biology major Adriana Sapoya takes these words of advice into her college journey.
They gave us so many opportunities, and so many people gave their advice on how college life is and how it's going to be, and I think I'm going to really carry on with their advice.
Jasmine Bassett, Triton Advising Center Project Director, shares how UOG walks these students through this transitioning process.
Part of the
force between university departments as well as our student population. So any type of student success services or student success programs, we want to be that front line for the students to connect them to the right individuals.
By the end of the week, students submit their necessary documentation, are familiar with UOG's platforms, and are prepared for their courses and placement tests. A big takeaway is that these students are also able to be a part of early registration for the semester.
A huge benefit of the program is that when they do come in with us, they also get math and English tutoring to help them with their preparedness and their placement tests. And then we also offer to pay for their math placement fee.
Bassett hopes that all students know that their success will be supported.
Understand that every department who comes here or is part of the University of Guam, we're all here for your success. Most importantly, everybody's willing and able to help one another, or at least point you in the right direction. Tell us what you need so we can help you, because we know all the pieces. It's just a matter of knowing which piece fits you right.
The Triton Summer Academy makes their mark on the students as the students make their mark on UOG. I'm Irie Kitagwa reporting for KUAM News.
Well, the UOG Fieldhouse was all abuzz this past Saturday as the island celebrated Pride Month alongside Gala Guam. KUAM intern Shauna Murato has the details.
We wanted this as a free event. You know, people want to do good things. It's just that they have barriers. And so how do you be a community-centered organization? You look at what your community needs.
That was what Program Coordinator for Gala Guam, Hannah Mendiola, had to say when she spoke with us at the Together with Pride mini carnival that happened on Saturday at the UOG Fieldhouse. From games, food, local crafts, live performances, and more, they had it all. Mendiola talked about how it all came together for the second year in a row, highlighting the community support they've received.
It wouldn't be possible without our sponsors, our community org partners, and our Pride Committee team. I mean, this is really LGBT plus community led, so I'm really proud of that.
The event hosted a variety of vendors with different wares, local artists showcasing and selling their work, and all kinds of food trucks and stands. Up on the stage, colorful performances by Nolan Munya, Natibu Dance Academy, and Breaking Wave Theater Company had everybody moving to the beats of their own drums. When asked about the process of gathering the community together for an event like this, Mendiola says it was a lot smoother than expected.
It's really because people want to do something like this. You know, it's not just something that we're forcing people to join. They want to be here, and it's really showing in the participation and how people are dressing up too.
Mendiola pressed on the need for community within the people of Guam, emphasizing the importance of community-led projects and events.
We need more free spaces where people can get together and not be influenced by substances, not be negatively impacted. They're in a safe environment. There's aircon.
With plenty of time left in June as well, there are many organizations with upcoming festivities before Pride Month closes out.
There's going to be the Pride Forum on June 26th, and then there's going to be the Pride Proclamation on June 20th.
Be sure to check out the Gala Guam Instagram page to stay updated on all the other Pride events happening this June. I'm Shauna Murato reporting for KUAM.
Now for a look at your world at home. Here's a view of the entry to Two Lovers Point.
GU Self-Storage, located in Harmon next to McDonald's, offers a variety of storage units. With rates starting as low as $95 per month, we offer complimentary use of dollies, push carts, Plines hand trucks, and pallet jack, with a fully covered loading and unloading areas and ADA accessible units. We offer 24-hour CCTV surveillance monitoring, alarm, and individual pin-coded gate and door access, because your safety is our priority. GU Self-Storage, voted Pika's Best in 2024. Call 671-648-7867 today.
Being stationed on Guam, there is much to do on the beautiful island. But before you pack, sanitize any household items and leave any organic materials behind to prevent the introduction of invasive species. If it's not native, it could be invasive. Leave invasives behind.
New training location confirmed. The Mariana Islands. Before and after training, you will identify and sanitize your tactical gear to prevent the spread of invasive species. If it's not native, it could be invasive. Leave invasives behind.
You want what's best for your baby, a healthy birth, a happy home.
You want to prepare your child for school and see your child take on the world. The Guam Early Learning Council is here to help. To get resources and information on helping your child succeed, dial 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays.
Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby! Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby!
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Can somebody please help me judge this chicken?
Juicy, seasoned.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the hair.
Now, who you think made this?
I don't know who cooked it, but they know how to cook.
Boom! Oh, McDonald's! Yes! Are you serious? You don't like Mickey D's? Okay. Guess what? I got something special for y'all. Double dip! Cause that noise means people who love McCrispy strips. How you feeling now? Yeah.
Caught in 4K.
McCrispy strips, man, from Mickey D's. They here for it. Bye.
Bye. I wish they could move back home.
Should we build on a honeymoon? Yes. Yes!
First Hawaiian Bank knows that family comes first. That's why our bankers work with you to make your what-ifs a reality. Personalized service and digital tools, all under one roof when you bank on the best. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
We are crushing it, as the young people would say here on News Bites, because we're bringing you the very best, the super most fun things to do here in the summertime here on the island. And you know who's also crushing it? My friends at Hafaloha. So Tara and Lenny, everybody over there, the whole crew at Hafaloha, and they have this amazing concert series coming up, and they are bringing Maui to Guam. He is going to bring world-class entertainment. You want to make sure to check this out because his music is going to inspire you, thrill you. Make sure to get your tickets right now at guamtime.net because Hafaloha and the collabs that they are making is absolutely amazing. What better way to celebrate the summer than to have some awesome music? Also, the Spotlight session is coming up, so I want you to make sure to make plans to attend this. A monthly cabaret series, so please make sure to check out. Look at that beautiful rainbow. I love that. Breaking Wave Theater Company. Throughout June, you have these incredible sessions, 8 p.m. and by donation. Support the arts, and we certainly do here at KUAM. And Breaking Wave Theater Company, they are doing it better than anybody else. All right, back to music now. I mean, there's music in the performing arts, obviously, but you know what rocks? Freedom. And we celebrate that on the 4th of July, and Freedom Rocks is an aptly named concert, and it's going to be down at Polaris Point. It is going to feature Johnny Sweet, it features Shante, and it is absolutely 100% live. Gets you ready for the fireworks that night. Make sure to check it out. If you have never been to a concert at Polaris Point, you guys, swing by because it's an amazing time. Right, Jen? Absolutely. There you go. It's got our seal of approval. Good to go. Happy birthday. Gotta say it 3 times because Annie St. Nicholas is celebrating a birthday today. And Annie, your friends and family, including all of us here at KUAM, say please have a fabulous day. Party emoji, heart emoji, birthday cake emoji, all the emoji. You are having a wonderful day. Equally celebrating is Justin Espanol. Happy belated birthday, brother. Love your Guam familia. Justin, we hope you have a absolutely wonderful birthday and celebrate today. Outstanding. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com.
And that's your Primetime Show. Thanks for watching. I'm Destiny Cruz-Langus. Have a safe evening and stay beautiful. Half a day. Welcome back to another episode of the KUAM Podcast Network, Off the Record, where nothing is. Half a day, I'm Mitsuki Hirayama, and today we are flipping the script because we are being joined by 2 very awesome people from our production crew, Mitch and Jacob. Ooh. Hi, guys.
Half a day.
Half a day. All right. Thank you so much for joining us this month because we are celebrating something truly special. It's all about Father's Day, and you guys both are fathers. But just for our community, can you guys just introduce yourselves and talk about what you do here at KUAM? Let's start with Mitch.
Okay, I'll go first. My name is Mitchell Manabusan. I'm a videographer and editor for KUAM, and I've been here for about a year. My full year will be in July. And I'm a father of 1. You guys may know him, or these guys might know him, Major Manabusan. Mr. Major.
Yeah. Mr. Major.
He's the boss.
He is.
He's the boss around here.
And Jake?
And I'll go second. I'm Jacob Sublan. Been with KUAM for
a gajillion years.
18 years. I am a father of 2, a girl and a boy. My oldest is a girl, youngest is a boy, 12 and 9. And yeah, they're KUAM kids.
Awesome. We love our KUAM kids here. And could you guys just tell us, what do you guys do here at KUAM? What is the role of a videographer or editor? What do you guys do in your daily basis?
Yeah, so we're both videographers and editors. But for my job specifically, I take care of both commercial and production side. So commercial being all the clients that KUAM gets for commercials. Instagram stuff, and then also production like our daily news, which goes on every day.
Yeah. I take care of mainly news and a little bit of production whenever they need me. I fit into pretty much any position that calls for me. Mitch does, like he said, production. When he's out, I can take over and help him with that.
Yeah, it's truly teamwork makes a dream work.
Yeah, we're like Swiss Army knives.
Yeah, these guys wear many different hats, and of course also a hat as being a father. So could you guys talk a little bit more about how do you guys balance having kids, but also being working dads?
Well, you want to go first? You want to take it? You want to take it?
It's like the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah,
you first.
No, so I'm fairly new to this. So it's like my son's about to be 1, and I'm also about to turn 1 anniversary here.
Oh, cool.
Working at
both
KUAM.
of you guys.
Yeah, we're both turning 1, so it's all new for me, but it was really just hit the ground running when I found out I was having a kid, and it's like learning along the way. But I'm glad that I'm working here and having my child, because a lot of like, you know, whether it's Jen or Jake or B, Rick, they all help me out and, you know, teach me things that I didn't know. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, and we love Major. Oh my gosh, he is our emotional support baby.
He is, and he also is my boss. Like, if I'm sitting down
he's
too
a real
long,
boss.
yeah,
He's the boss baby.
he's like, you gotta do better on the edits, get a nice shot on this. So, yeah.
Yeah, how's it like for you balancing family and work?
Oh man, it's you know, it's fun. For me, it's fun because, you know, I like to spend time with my family, and, you know, working here at KUAM is a good place because, you know, it's like a family-oriented company. My kids, since they were born, you know, I've brought them in here. They felt all the love from, you know, everybody that I've worked with, and balancing them going to school and then coming to work. I wouldn't say it's a struggle. It's just fun having to, you know, bring them here.
Yeah,
and make
they're
them run around.
truly KUAM
Yes,
kids. We love
yes.
having them here.
Yeah, it's not a struggle. It's a learning curve,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
like,
yeah, there you go.
like, cause you're here with your kid, and you're like, man, you know, I want to do good at work because they're allowing me to even have this opportunity to spend with my child, right?
Yeah.
So like, you can't do that at many other jobs where you can take your child to work and they can grow with you, because it's especially hard like the first couple years, right? Like, your kids aren't great at talking, and you don't want to like give them to a stranger.
Major doesn't talk
Yeah,
yet,
he doesn't even talk at all. So I don't want to give him to a stranger and miss out on like, you know, his first steps, words, tooth, whatever it may be. But working here, I'm able to grow professionally and with my child. So it's not a struggle, but it is trying to find the balance. It's like
Parent coworker.
Yeah, parent coworker.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's fun, you know, and then they learn from other people too when they're here, and they're, you know, as Major gets older, he's gonna start running off.
Yeah.
You're not gonna find him at that one spot you put
He's
him in.
gonna start running away soon.
You're gonna find him hiding with the other kids, you know, especially during summer. Like now, like when summer comes, everybody's kids comes in that, you know, that they don't go to school, so you have babysitters along the way. Like, oh, I'll watch him, I'll watch her. It's fun.
And you're also your kids are a little bit older than Major.
Yes.
They're definitely a lot older, but yeah, it's really cool for them to see like the different things that you get to do also, and they get to follow along sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah,
They get to
that's
be
cool.
in the shoots. You know, you like Major's been in a lot of shoots
Yeah,
already.
he's been in
And
a
the
lot
same
of
thing we've been
commercials.
doing. They're your backup for when you don't have anything content-wise. They're your backup. They become anything. They fit into anything. You just tell them what to do, and they'll do it.
Love that. Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about them, but
Without paying them.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay them.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
all right, guys, and I also want to ask you guys what's take two. Blah. Blah. Take 3 million. So guys, what's it like? Whew. So guys, also want to ask, what's it like working in the busy hive of news, but also commercial media?
Busy.
Busy?
Yeah.
It's a hive.
It was a hive mind.
No, honestly, so when I came in for my interview at KUAM, they asked me a very important question. They're like, how are you on deadlines?
Ooh.
And I was like, oh man, you know, I procrastinated so much through high school. I'm like, I did my homework the night before. I'm like, I could do this, like easy, no problem. And then I think it was like my second day I came in and worked. I volunteered to do like a news edit already. They're gonna like show me how to do everything. But I was like, you know what, let me just jump into the pool. And I was like, oh, by the way, when is this done? They're like, oh,
now.
Like 4 o'clock, no later than 4:03. I looked at the time, it was already 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh, goodness gracious. So we're constantly working against time, against the clock. That's always the number one thing. But that's why we get, you know, the most recent news out to the public. And then as far as commercial-wise, that's another time for us to like put out our creative side, right? We have a little more leeway where we can do the cool stuff you see on Instagram or Reels or TikTok. And I'll tell you what, I'm never bored. I'm never sitting at my desk like, man, I want to go home already. I mean, I do want to go home, but I know I got to get stuff done every day, so.
Every day's a new day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's maybe the same day, but you always have different things to do. It's never a boring day in news. I mean, some days you'll be sitting on your butt, trying to think of how to put a story out. And then you go outside, take a breather, you come back in, you just start, all your imagination just comes into one, and you're not even thinking that, it looks awesome. You hear the feedback from, a lot of people from out there in the public, like, oh, even when you hear them talking about something during the news or whatever you put out, the product, and then you hear them talking about it, it gives you a sense of pride on what you do. So, you always go and try to do it a lot better. Sometimes you run out of ideas, but then, like you say, just take a deep breath. It'll come at you. Mitch has been doing an awesome job. The Teacher of the Year that just passed. I shot the interviews and the B-roll, but man, when you put it together, it was like, I wouldn't have thought of that. So
that was really great.
Different.
And that's what's cool about our team is like we all have like different views on everything, different angles. So like when we do put all our work together, like you're like, man, I did shoot that, but I wouldn't have thought of using it like that.
Yeah.
Or there's shots where I see Jake using his packages or edits, and I like end up using it later on in mine. So
you have a variety of feel for everything.
Yeah, and I feel like we don't say this enough, but we also do. Like Destiny always says this, but like you guys are also journalists. You guys are part of the team and production crew. I mean, man, they are behind the scenes like majority of the time, but they are the movers and shakers. We would not be able to put out the news without you guys here. So
yeah,
thank
I'm a
shaker.
I'm definitely a shaker.
I'm just a mover. I can move out of the way.
Ooh, shake that.
But yeah. But I also want to ask you guys, like, what are some challenges you guys face being part of the team, being an editor or being a videographer or photog?
Ideas.
We got many names for these guys.
Ideas is the challenging part. Is having an idea, especially when you have back-to-back production edits and news. You're trying to make the same story look different, enticing for the viewers out there, and also yourself. You want to have like a good repetition here in work, where they can always count on you for anything. So like that's just the struggle is just the challenging part is just ideas.
Yeah.
I agree. It's like ideas, like Jake said, and then also trying to put your ideas into like your edit with also conforming to our brand as KUAM, right? So like I think we always talk about it, how like we can't make a murder story look fun, right?
No, definitely don't want that.
So, but at the same time, we have to keep it enticing, and that's where we gotta like read the scripts and then try and find out the best image that would go good with what you guys are saying as the voice recording. So,
yeah, I feel like that's like kind of like the common like theme or common challenges that we face, regardless of what department we're in. Like I was just listening to the digital team podcast, and they were also saying like create like a creative block, or and then for us reporters it's like writer's block, and then you guys also similarly. So that's cool, like how we have something in common. But aside from challenges, what are some of like the best moments or like your favorite moments here working at KUAM?
Meeting new people, meeting celebrities that come across.
Celebrities? Like who?
Like
Kiyomiya?
Yes, Kiyomiya, Matsuki Hirayama.
Oh my gosh, not me. No.
I've met Ziggy Marley. BJ Penn has also got a chance to meet me. And
he's got a chance to meet you.
He's a real celebrity here.
And just a lot of people. Jay Holiday. I didn't even know who Jay Holiday was until I was like, man, who am I interviewing? What is this guy?
Put you to bed,
yeah, that's exactly what it says. Like, oh, and I had a one-on-one interview with him. You know, I was like, I was one that asked the questions, did everything. I was like, dude, I just met, you know, I was texting my family like, hey, I met Jay Holiday. He's like, oh man, wow. I was like, if I knew it was by myself, I would have called you guys.
Yeah.
But you know,
that's cool.
I also wanted to ask, sorry, we're going to come back to that question for
no
your
worries,
answer.
no worries.
But I'm like, squirrel, I'm a dog. But anyways, I also wanted to ask you guys ever, Jen in the back is just laughing at me. But yeah, where am I going with this? I wanted to ask, you guys meet so many people also when you go out with us on like shoots. Do you guys ever get recognized, and what does that feel like?
I definitely do. I get recognized by people I know, but no one's ever like, hey, that's the guy behind the camera, dude.
That's the KUAM editor.
It's usually always family. Like, hey, we always get recognized by family to other people. Like, hey, he worked for KUAM. Yep. That's my nephew. It's like sometimes when you go out there, you feel like the celebrity with your family.
Yeah. Or it's like always like, oh my gosh, and then you're Suki on the news. So it's like, I'm like, oh, these guys are getting noticed, but we're the...
What's up with our tax refunds? Yeah. There's always asking us a story like, man, you know, I worked the news, but I didn't do that story, so I don't know any updates. Let me find out for you. We feel like reporters like, I'll get back to you on that.
I feel like you guys like actually know like so many more people than like us reporters, and I mean like sometimes if I don't know like the person I'm trying to get, you guys will be like, oh hey, that's so and so, you should go grab him. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, you guys know a lot of people.
Especially when when you're new and then you have like the tenure that I've been here. I like to help out the reporters that come over, like when they're doing their first ever stand up. All the pressure's on them. I just tell them take a deep breath, count to 3, and then start. You know, like I always try to help you guys help me to make my job easier, faster.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes us be able to work so fluently is like when there's a good synergy between us and you guys as anchors when we go out and you guys are trying to formulate the story in your head while we're shooting, and then we're also trying to get good shots for you. So when you review it, you're like, oh, we could talk about this happened and that, and then I think it's a better flow when we all work together. So we're a good team.
And then talking about it, towards going to the shoot. Oh, what are you gonna do? That way we get an idea. Right when we get down, we already know what to do, what to get. You don't have to look for us, or we don't have to ask you anything. We just get what we need, and we just do the, let's go, and we're out.
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh, is that
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow or pow.
Sorry. Did you go ka-chow? Who went ka-chow?
I say ka-chow.
What'd you do?
I don't know. we'll get it.
We'll get it.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Taco Bell brought back crispy chicken nuggets, and I can't believe how good they are.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you're Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, but a taco place can do nuggets, right?
Yeah. Mike's Hot Honey Diablo sauce is awesome.
Okay, they're good, but we're not a chicken place.
When did you guys become a chicken place?
Chicken? Can't a taco place do good nuggets? Are we not allowed to do both?
What do you mean?
You think it's cool to do both, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are they okay?
I don't think so.
We're totally a taco place that's a chicken place that's also a taco place.
So how does family and work mix for you guys here at KUAM? Because you know you guys are also sometimes your kids do get to be on camera sometimes, and how is that like for your family?
You want to take it first?
Yeah,
take it away.
You know, it's like mixing the right drink for the day. You know,
the Kool-Aid.
I don't know. My analogy is like I'm having like crazy thoughts, but like mixing family and work is actually for us. Like I said, you know, in the beginning, KUAM is like family oriented, so it wasn't hard to get my family and colleagues to blend well, because it's like right when they come in, my kids were born here in KUAM during my tenure here, so they've actually grown up with everybody around them. So it wasn't new or getting to know them. It's they grew up knowing everybody that I work with. So
not born inside the building.
Yeah. But like they were born and raised
just for the
to KUAM. So
you never leave it.
You're never leaving.
Like Major came in at what? 3 months?
Dude, yeah, he was about 3 months.
He's still growing with them.
He's growing so fast.
Yeah.
It's blending it is actually it wasn't hard, because everybody here loves kids. So yeah, that's what I have to say about
like Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it's like Kool-Aid.
Iced tea.
Yeah.
Iced tea.
I can't speak for everyone else that brings their kids to work that's not at KUAM. I don't know how that is, but I'm honored and blessed that I was able to have my first kid here, because everyone is so nice to him and takes him, right?
We love
so
Major.
If they hear him fussing, they'll be like, "Oh, Major, are you okay?" And then they'll come and then they'll take him away, and then I can grind on my computer lecture a little harder and get things done faster. But also too, it's hard in the terms of when he's not here, they come to my cubicle and they're like, oh,
Major's not here.
All
okay,
right.
Bye, Mitch.
And then they just leave. Dude, every Monday, because he's never here on Monday, it never fails. 4 or 5 people come to my desk and they're like, oh, no Major.
We don't mean it that way,
yeah.
but honestly, sometimes
or even
when,
you girls, I'll walk to the back and they're like, oh, Major!
Yeah.
And then, dude, they're talking to Major for
Mitch.
3 minutes and they're like, okay, Mitch. I'm like, oh, you guys
no,
forgot
I'm
about me.
We're starting to, when we see you guys walk in, we're going to be like, oh, Mitch!
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Major.
Yeah, if you guys do that, I'll do a happy dance through.
Every time the kid
have to,
comes
like,
in,
you have to clap
it's
like
they haven't
Major.
seen him for so long. They get excited to see your kids, even though they saw them yesterday. Like, oh, Zane, Zariah. I was like, oh, you just saw them yesterday. And then my kids are like, Dad, we were just here yesterday. I was like, yeah, but they're always excited to see you guys. So say hi.
I feel like we love the kids more than they like us.
Yeah.
And honestly, too, it's I've worked at a different corporate company, a big corporate company, and you don't get that sense of family or unity as much as you do here at KUAM. Top to bottom, everyone treats, I think, all our kids the same, right?
Yeah.
Or they're part of their family already, and it makes working easier, but it also kind of encourages me to work harder, because I'm like, man, these guys are so good to my family. I don't want to let them down and do a bad edit or make a big mistake that I can avoid. We still make mistakes, but
Yes.
I think at the end of the day, I try my best to not do that, just because they prove to me how much my family means to them. So I want to prove to them how much this company means
It's comfortable.
to me.
You could actually do your job well while your coworkers / family are taking care of your kids. They're some of you guys will go out on a shoot and bring back something that the kids will be playing with in the studio or conference room. Some people have movies, they'll go watch the movie, and then you have time to do your work, get it done. So you put a good product out without having to stress about where your kids are at. They're here in the building somewhere with somebody, and you can trust everybody here.
Yeah, I feel like you guys have a really great and healthy mindset about this. And speaking of encouragement, though, would you also encourage your kids one day to be in the same job field as you guys?
I would. It's totally up to them. At least them coming to work with me, they see what I do. They can ask questions, and then some of the kids from KUAM that I've seen grow up here, they tend to latch on to whatever their parents are doing, or they'll go out to a different department and see what they're doing. They'll like it. Hey, Dad, how I want to learn how to do this. Recently we just got into shirt making, and with the creativity that I have and everything, my daughter's wants to make shirts, and I'm like, okay. And then with Mitch having the background of the shirt making, I said, why don't you go talk to Uncle Mitch and see what it's like, or what you need to start a little business for yourself. You know, she's, you know, I would encourage them to do what I do.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. And you? I know Major is still very young, not even one yet.
No, he's young, and I definitely would encourage him, and I'm already doing that because I told him, like, your Pampers are getting too expensive, Major. We need to figure out a way to bring in some income. So I use him on my Instagram reels. Like, whoever's editing it, that's where the arrow comes, points to me. Throw that video up of Major.
Hey, don't try and look busy now, okay? I saw you taking a nap on the job. Do you even know what that is? I saw you taking a nap on the job, sir. Are you drunk right now? Do you think this is a phone? Are you drunk right now? Let me smell your breath. Yep. It smells exactly like breast milk. Are you freaking? Yeah. Check. Oh, really? You have a dental issue? What? You know what? I'm gonna fire you. I'm gonna give you one more chance. No, you know what? You're fired. You don't talk back to me. Oh, are you gonna hit me? Oh gosh, I gave you this job, try to get you on your feet. You don't even have a degree. Oh, you don't need this job? All right. Well, get.
I always say Major's his third word might be KUAM.
It might be. It definitely might be. Yeah. But yeah, I would encourage him to do that. I think also it builds character. Like, I grew up playing sports, right? So like, you can game plan for anything, but like, it's not gonna turn out how you thinking it's gonna come. And just like the same day here at KUAM, like, I know I'm gonna have to do edits, but you know, I can do all the edits, and then like 4:30 comes and a breaking story comes, then we got to change the whole rundown or like change an edit. There's been times where I do a story and it gets kicked, and I was like, man, I was so proud of that.
I get that. I feel you.
Ricky. I'm just gonna blame Ricky for everything.
He's another member of our awesome production crew. But yeah, speaking of like hectic like craziness and stuff, what are some challenges you guys face as a dad? I mean, not just in the workplace, but also in general, or it could be in the workplace.
Time is always challenging. Getting your stuff in on time, while having to pick up your kids from school, drop them off, make sure to have time for yourself for lunch. That's the biggest challenge, is just time to be there with them while you're working. Like during the day you work from whatever time it is, your kids go to school, you don't see them until you get home, and then by the time you get home, they're already going to be going to bed on the days that they're not with you. So it's just time.
Yeah,
That's
and time is so precious,
yes,
especially when they're growing up so fast. Soraya is so tall. I mean, Zane is so cute. I hope he stays cute forever. But yeah, what's the biggest challenge that you face as a dad?
I would say time as well, but to switch it up, I feel like there's a lot of like societal pressure on like being a male father, right? So a lot of people expect you to be like a breadwinner and bring home the bacon, or like
bring home the bacon.
And then your kids, like, you learn later that like when you do have a kid or like someone that looks up to you, like, you are their protector, right? So every day I'm like taking care of my boy like a father should, and then at the same time is like, I need to know that I can protect him and provide. Yeah. So it's like an internal battle with yourself. Like, man, am I doing everything that I can as a father or as Mitchell Manabusan to give Major his best life?
Yeah.
So it's like every day I'm like, okay, what did I do today? What can I do tomorrow? As long as I don't repeat like my mistakes from yesterday, then I'm on the right path. So.
And you guys are on the right path. You guys are doing an amazing job. Always.
Thank you.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Guam's beauty is only surpassed by its hospitality. Please help protect it by not bringing any items that can have a harmful impact on the island. Remember, if it's not native, it could be invasive. Leave invasives behind.
New training location confirmed. The Mariana Islands. Before and after training, you will identify and sanitize your tactical gear to prevent the spread of invasive species. If it's not native, it could be invasive. Leave invasives behind.
All right, our episode is almost at its end, but then this podcast will hopefully live on forever, and I don't know about forever, but it'll be there.
It'll be in the ether.
Yeah, it'll be in the internet for your kids to see and watch when they grow up. I mean, for especially for Major when he gets older and he can watch YouTube and all that. But if you have any advice for them, any life advice for your kids, what would it be?
To always do things with confidence. Don't go out there and, half do everything or anything. Just, if you think about doing something, do it all the way to the end and with confidence. You don't want to make a mistake because you're carrying my last name.
Yeah. Kind of touching off what Jake says, give everything 100%. Don't go into something half-hearted, right? So I feel like if you give everything 100% and if you mess up or you fail, then you can be satisfied with knowing that you gave it your all. And something my dad always told me was luck is just being prepared and ready when opportunity presents itself. So you never know when opportunity is going to present itself, so always be ready, always strive to be the best that you can be. And if I did it, son, don't do it.
Don't
do it.
It was going so sweetly.
Yeah.
Somebody's always watching.
Yeah.
And there's always somebody there watching waiting for you to fall to capitalize. So, you know what? Only your parents' opinions matter. Everybody else, listen to it, and you could put it in your back pocket for later. But the only opinions that matter are your parents.
Yeah. And family is what's important. And also as fathers, what's